He betrayed his best friend, but didn't know the truth. The message came in at 11:47 p.m. Daniel Cole was sitting in his car outside his apartment in Millbrook, Ohio, engine off, hands still on the wheel, when his phone buzzed against the dashboard. One notification. One photo. Sent from a number he didn't recognize, from someone who signed the message with 4 words, "You deserve to know." If real stories like this one keep you up thinking, subscribe. This is exactly what Sleep Hour Stories is for. He almost didn't open it. He tells people now that some part of him, some old, quiet part, already knew that whatever was inside that message would end something. He was right. What he didn't know, what he wouldn't know for another 11 months, was that the photo he was about to see wasn't the whole truth. It wasn't even close. But by the time he learned that, it was already too late to matter. Let's go back 3 weeks before that night. Because to understand what Daniel lost, you have to understand what he had. Daniel and Ryan Bennett had been best friends since they were 9 years old, since the summer Ryan moved into the house on Larkspur Street and showed up at Daniel's door holding a soccer ball and asking if he wanted to play. 20 years later, Ryan was the best man at Daniel's engagement party. He was the one who helped Daniel pick out the ring. He was, by every account anyone in Millbrook could give you, the most loyal person Daniel had ever known. Which is exactly why the photo destroyed him. It showed Ryan and Daniel's fiancée, Emily Hart, standing outside a hotel on Route 9, just past the county line. Her hand was on his arm. His head was tilted toward hers. Close, too close. The kind of close that doesn't need a caption to tell you what it means. The timestamp read October 3rd, 9:14 p.m. A night Emily had told Daniel she was working late at the clinic. Daniel didn't sleep that night. He sat in his car until the sun came up, staring at a photograph that rewrote 20 years of memory in the space of a few seconds. Here's the question that should already be forming in your mind. If you saw a photo like that, proof, real proof, time-stamped and undeniable, would you even think to ask who sent it and why? Daniel didn't ask. Not at first. Grief doesn't leave room for investigation. He confronted Emily first. She denied it, swore it wasn't what it looked like, said Ryan had shown up at the hotel because she'd called him in a panic. Her car had broken down on Route 9, and Ryan was the only person she trusted to come get her without asking questions. She said nothing happened. She said the photo was cropped, staged, wrong. Daniel didn't believe a word of it, because 2 days later, a second message arrived from the same unknown number. This time it was a text conversation, screenshotted, allegedly between Ryan and Emily. The messages were intimate, personal. They referenced things only someone close to Daniel could know. Inside jokes, private nicknames, a trip to Lake Erie that Daniel himself had never mentioned to anyone outside his and Ryan's friendship. That detail is the one you should hold on to, because it means whoever sent those messages knew things that only 3 people in the world should have known. Daniel ended his engagement that week. He ended his friendship with Ryan the same day in the parking lot of Millbrook Hardware, where Ryan worked. Witnesses said Daniel didn't yell. He didn't throw a punch, though Ryan's jaw was already bruised from something else entirely, something nobody thought to ask about. Daniel just looked at the man who'd been his brother in everything but blood and said, 20 years, and this is who you were the whole time. Ryan tried to speak. Daniel walked away before he could get a full sentence out. Over the following months, Daniel did what wounded people do when they've decided the world has confirmed their worst fear about it. He told their mutual friends what Ryan had done. He made sure Ryan's name meant something different in Millbrook than it had for the past 2 decades. Ryan lost his position at the hardware store. Not fired, exactly, but eased out after customers who'd once trusted him started asking for someone else. His parents stopped receiving invitations to things they'd been invited to for 15 years straight. Ryan Bennett became, in the small and merciless way small towns do this, a man people used to know. And here's where the story should start to feel wrong to you, if it doesn't already. Because grief that specific, that total, That willing to burn a 20-year friendship to the ground on the strength of an anonymous tip? That's not just heartbreak. That's something being engineered. It was Daniel's younger sister, Claire, who noticed it first. Nearly 5 months after the photo, she was going through old messages on Daniel's laptop, helping him back up his files before a move, when she found something that didn't sit right. The unknown number that had sent the original photo, the one Daniel had long since deleted, assuming it belonged to some good Samaritan stranger, had texted Daniel once before. Back in July, 3 months before the photo. A single message, sent and then deleted from Daniel's end, but still sitting in a backup file. Ryan doesn't deserve her. You'll see soon. Read that again. Someone had told Daniel in July that Ryan didn't deserve Emily. 3 months before there was anything to not deserve her about. Claire brought it to Daniel white-faced, and for the first time since October, Daniel felt something other than certainty. He felt the floor tilt. It took another 6 weeks of quiet, careful digging. The kind of digging a person does when they're terrified of what they'll find, and even more terrified of what it means if they don't look, before the picture became clear. The unknown number traced back, through a friend of Claire's who worked in IT, to a prepaid phone purchased with cash at a gas station on Route 9. The same Route 9 where the hotel photo was taken. The same road Emily's car had allegedly broken down on. The phone had been purchased by Marcus Webb. If that name means nothing to you, that's exactly the point. Marcus wasn't a stranger. Marcus was Daniel's coworker at the logistics firm where Daniel had, 6 months before any of this began, been promoted over him for a regional operations role both men had been competing for. Marcus had said all the right things at the time. Congratulations, man. You earned it. No hard feelings. Everyone believed him, because why wouldn't they? What Daniel eventually pieced together, with Claire's help and a private investigator Claire insisted on paying for herself, was this. Marcus had been quietly furious about the promotion for months. He'd also, it turned out, been the one who arranged for Emily's car to break down on Route 9 that October night. A friend of Marcus's worked at the towing company and had disabled her alternator earlier that day during a routine oil change Emily had booked weeks in advance, an appointment Marcus had access to because he handled the firm's vendor scheduling and Emily's clinic used the same shop. The photo was real. Ryan really had gone to help Emily, but it was staged to look like something it wasn't, timed and angled by someone who'd been watching, waiting, for the exact moment he could make two of the most loyal people Daniel knew look like the two people who'd betrayed him worst. The screenshotted texts, the ones with details only someone close to Daniel could know. Marcus had gotten those details the ordinary way people get anything now. Emily's old, unsecured cloud backup. Photos, messages, a digital life left slightly open, the way most people's lives are if someone is patient enough and angry enough to go looking. Marcus didn't hate Ryan. Ryan was never the target. Ryan was collateral, the fastest, cruelest way to make sure Daniel's life came apart at the exact seam that would hurt him the most. Here's the part I need you to sit with. Daniel had every opportunity, in those first days, to ask one simple question. Who benefits from me believing this? He never asked it. Not because he was foolish, because betrayal, real or imagined, doesn't leave room for that kind of question. It only leaves room for the wound. Daniel confronted Marcus in March, 5 months after the photo, in the parking lot of the same logistics firm where it all began. Marcus didn't deny it once Daniel laid out the timeline. The prepaid phone, the tow shop, the cloud backup. He just shrugged, said something about how Daniel had taken something that should have been his, and said Ryan losing everything was, in his words, not really my problem to feel bad about. Marcus was quietly let go from the firm 2 weeks later, officially for unrelated performance issues, though everyone in that office knew exactly why. He left Millbrook that spring, and nobody has heard from him since. Emily forgave Daniel, mostly, though something in their relationship had already been cracked in a way that never fully set right, and they separated 11 months after the engagement ended, this time for reasons that had nothing to do with Marcus at all. And Ryan. This is the part Daniel still can't talk about without going quiet for a long moment first. Ryan didn't come back. Daniel drove to the house on Larkspur Street the same week he learned the truth, ready to say every version of "I'm sorry" he could think of. But Ryan's parents had sold that house 2 months earlier. Ryan had left Millbrook in December, taken a job 3 states away, and cut contact with nearly everyone from his old life, including, eventually, his own parents, who told Daniel. Carefully, gently, the way people tell you something they know will hurt. That Ryan had said he didn't think he could ever trust anyone from Millbrook again, and that included the person he used to call his brother. Daniel wrote him letters, 3 of them over the following year. None came back with a response. The last one came back unopened, forwarding address unknown. 20 years of friendship, undone in a single week by a man who was never even part of it. And it turned out that trust, once it's been burned all the way down, doesn't always grow back, even when you finally learn the fire wasn't real. Somewhere out there tonight, in a town 3 states from Millbrook, Ryan Bennett is living a life that doesn't include the person he once considered family. And somewhere in Millbrook, Daniel still keeps that unopened letter in a drawer he doesn't look in very often. He knows the truth now. He just never got the chance to say it to the one person who needed to hear it.